What's going on, everybody? FJC here, back with another finals video. Today I wanted to talk to you guys about the most recent update 1.4.0 to the finals, and I wanted to read its patch notes. The day I'm recording this commentary is the day that the changes were made to the game, and I actually felt a difference when playing ranked today. There was a lot of balance changes made to the finals, most of them having to do with the heavy class, and I'm gonna go over them right now. We start out with changes to abilities. 3 abilities had some changes done. The first one being the goo gun, which fixed an issue where goo could block the player. Now, I've personally never used the goo gun, but I'm assuming when you would shoot the goo gun in front of you that it would end up blocking yourself. The next change to abilities is the heavy's mesh shield. Originally, the heavy had 1250 HP on its mesh shield. It now only has 1100, which may not be the biggest reduction in the world, but after playing ranked today, I definitely did notice a difference when shooting a heavy's mesh shield. It did go down slightly quicker. And lastly, for ability changes, we have changes made to the recon senses. Recon senses activation cost has been reduced to 1 from 2, and I did notice today through playing ranked, my recon senses did last just a little bit longer, which personally I'm happy about because I provide intel a lot for my team. That's probably the main role I play. You guys let me know what you think of that in the comment section down below. Next, we move on to balance changes for gadgets, where most of the changes actually happened. Because there were so many changes made to gadgets, I'm going to start by talking about the heavies gadgets by themselves. We start out with the C4, which had a max player damage reduction from 240 to 210. The C4 max damage radius reduced to 1.6 meters from 2.4 meters, and the C4 self damage multiplier is increased to 1.3 from 1, as well as the heavy's dome shield health was reduced to 300 from 350, which isn't the biggest jump, but it does make a difference when you're firing on a dome shield. And lastly, for the heavy's gadgets, they made a ton of changes to the RPG, and in my opinion, these were definitely needed. The max player damage was reduced to 150 from 165, but I can almost swear that when I've died to an RPG, they've done 180 damage to me. Let me know in the comment section down below if I'm wrong on that, because I'm genuinely serious. I'm pretty sure every time I've died to an RPG, it's done 180. The minimum player damage was also reduced to 80 from 90. Its damage radius was reduced to 4.5 meters from 4.75 meters. The max damage radius was reduced to 1.5 meters from 2.5 meters. The aim down sight dispersion was increased slightly, and the hip fire dispersion was increased slightly. Now we move on to the rest of the gadgets, which aren't heavy specific. All the mines in the game now have an arming time of 1.6 seconds, and the explosive mines max player damage was reduced to 140 from 160, and the mine damage radius was reduced to 3.5 meters from 4 meters. And the last gadget change that we have to talk about today is one for the light players, which is the stun gun. The stun gun's range was increased to 12 meters from 10 meters. Next, we move on to map and mode changes. For game show event changes, they added a repulsor to the flying saucers in the alien invasion event. I really haven't noticed a difference, but if you guys have, let me know in the comment section down below. For the Vegas map specifically, they've updated strain in various buildings to give better destruction results, and they resolved an issue where cash out stations would become invisible before players finished the transfer. And they only made one change to the game modes. The only change that they did was they removed deathmatch from Banquet, because Banquet is essentially a deathmatch already. On top of all the changes we just discussed, they made a decent amount of changes to the weapons in the game. The first change we have is for the AKM. It states that there was a slight adjustment to the AKM recoil pattern. I personally found it easier to control today. I don't know if they meant to make it more difficult or simpler, but I found it easier. The flamethrower's fire rate was increased to 170 from 160. I personally didn't notice a difference, but I rarely see people using the flamethrower in ranked anyways. And the LH1 had a slight damage increase from 45 to 47, making the weapon just a tad bit stronger. Continuing with weapon changes, for melee weapons, they fixed an issue where melee hits didn't always connect with enemy players, which is pretty crucial. The M11's damage was increased to 16 from 15, so if you're a light player, maybe you'll notice a slight difference. The riot shield also had a bug that was fixed where the shield would block bullets while invisible during interactions, example reviving or stealing extractions, which is a huge fix. And the last weapon change we have is for the SA-1216, which is the heavy shotgun, which definitely needed a little bit of a nerf. The pellet dispersion was increased slightly, meaning it's a little less accurate, and the damage per pellet was reduced to 7 from 8. They made a couple of movement changes as well, and throughout my day today, when when playing ranked, I definitely noticed these changes in effect. The first change they made is they reduced instances where you would unintentionally climb on objects that were outside of your player's view. I can't tell you the amount of times previously that I would climb on an object that I wasn't even looking at, and it would result in my death. They also stated that they fixed an issue where players could get stuck without being able to give input, and I definitely didn't notice me getting stuck in any random debris or objects today, only goo. They also made a slight change to the zip lines. Previously, you were able to put zip lines on objects that you could pick up. That is no more, and you won't be able to do that. And the last changes that we have made to the game are UI changes or quality of life changes. We start out with them making various fixes to contestant screens. They also polished the social screen, so it now hides the invite to party button when you are not the party leader. Added a warning to the UI that appears when players are in danger of being AFK or kicked. The player health bars now use squad colors when selected in the settings, and the UI shows you as unranked unless you're among the top 500 people on the leaderboards. So guys, let me know what you think of these changes in the comment section down below. If you're excited about them, happy, sad, I want to know your opinion. If you guys did enjoy this video, do me a favor, please drop a like as it helps the channel out immensely. And if you're not subscribed to the channel yet, go ahead and drop a sub. It's completely free. The support on my channel has been insane recently, so I can't thank you guys enough for that. My Twitch channel is the first link in the description. As this video premieres or is live, I will be streaming over on my Twitch channel. So if you guys want to see me play the finals live, go ahead and drop a follow on there. I stream pretty much daily. Once again, thank you guys for all the support, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out. Much love.